Sometime this week, I spoke to the national chairman of all APC spokespersons, and some of you wanted to have my head for speaking to him. I thought that was what you wanted. Honestly, you know that song that say there's nothing you can do to actually, what's the word now? You cannot satisfy everybody. No matter what you do, you cannot satisfy everyone. And that was the day I learned about it, because I thought, oh, you've been asking for this, and finally we've brought this, and yet some people were not happy about the situation. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. We'll be looking at some issues of insecurity around the country. There is a video currently making waves online about a truck carrying a lot of people, over 500 people, right? Young men, a lot of young men, and very few women. And they were trying to come into Nigeria through Nigeria's porous borders, because Nigeria is now known as that country that does not protect its borders. Nigeria is known as that country where over 70% of the borders are unmanned, no security personnel on these borders. And so these people know that they can come in just anyhow. The report is that these are actually young Fulani men coming in through one of Nigeria's borders in the northern region of the country, and they were turned back by immigration, thankfully, because if you're coming into a place and you know that you're coming there to do right, you will not be coming through the back door. You'll be coming in through the front door. You'll be coming in fact, you'll be coming in like somebody that was invited. You know, the right way to enter a country, you secure your passport, you buy your ticket. Even if you cannot fly into the countries that have a border with us, if you want to come into Nigeria by road, there are ways you can do this thing. Follow the correct immigration routes. But no, some of these people want to come through the wrong way. A lot of them get into the wrong hands. They become trained to be what some Nigerians call jihadist fighters, and we know just how insecurity is ravaging the country right now. So we know that we do not need more people coming in from these countries around us to come and cause mayhem in this country. The terrorists that we already have in the country, from Boko Haram to ISWAP to Lakurawa, and the ones that are supposedly being sponsored by ISIS, we've not phased all of them out. Imagine where we now have more people coming into the country. So I'm glad that our security agents actually paid attention, and the immigration officers actually paid attention and turned them back. But while we're talking about this, there's also another report that in Kebbi State, Lakurawa terrorists actually bombarded a particular checkpoint and unfortunately murdered 3 immigration officers. We cannot keep having stories like this. So the question is there a coordinated attack on Nigeria's borders? And why do they feel the need to do this, seeing as some of our borders are not even manned at all? Is it that it's been so easy for these terrorist elements to make their way into the country when the borders were unmanned? And now that Nigeria seems to be becoming more serious with our security architecture, they are looking for other ways to come into the country by murdering our immigration officers to make it easier for them to come into the country, to make people fear in the minds of these officers, so that they will be scared. You know, when you ask them to go on border duty, they will be scared. So suspected members of the Lakurawa terrorist group actually attacked a Nigerian immigration service checkpoint in Bakin-Ruwa along the Maje border in Bagudo local government area of Kebbi State, and they killed 3 officers. The attack, which occurred at midnight Wednesday, has heightened fear and tension among residents of border communities. We do know that people live in these border communities, and a lot of them, that is the family that they know. Right, that is the village, that is the place, that is where their generations grew up. That is their ancestral home, and they cannot just live there like that. Also, have we looked at how insecurity breeds migration crisis, where we have more people now coming into the urban and even into other rural areas due to insecurity? Do you know how many Nigerians are stuck in Cameroon, in Niger, and other countries because of this insecurity? Well, we've also seen just how insecurity affects us when it comes to education. Some Nigerians are saying, is Boko Haram finally achieving their aim of when they said, oh, Western education is an aberration? Now schools are being shut due to insecurity. Can we say that these terrorists are finally achieving their aim? Anyway, it's a lot to discuss this evening, but we'll be taking these issues one after the other. We'll also be looking at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Earlier today, the court dismissed the suit he filed against the Director General of the DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation, saying that his rights were violated. His human rights were violated. This is a suit that has been filed since 2021. and a judgment was just given on this finally, right? Some lawyers are saying that, oh, this case might still get to the Supreme Court. But I spoke to Barrister Asim Adams on the World News at 6, and he seemed to think that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers messed up his case by saying, look, when you say that the lawyers who were treating him in DSS custody are quacks, you could have tried to prove that case. He said Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers did nothing to prove that case, and that is the reason why the case was adjourned until a judgment is coming now, just after he has already been convicted. In that suit, Nnamdi Kanu said he did not want to remain in DSS custody as he was not being treated right, and he said he wanted to be moved to a prison. And now he's been moved to Sokoto prison, right? He has been convicted, he's been moved to Sokoto prison. So the court is saying this is purely academic now. You've been moved to prison. That's what you wanted, right? Well, no problem. Now you're in the prison. So there is no reason for us to continue this case. On that note, we'll be having a conversation this evening with Mazi Tony Mbata. Mazi Tony, good evening to you and welcome to the conversation.
Good evening, Choma.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us here today. I'll also be speaking with Juwon Sonyaolu, who is the national coordinator of the Take It Back movement. We'll be talking with him on the issues of insecurity that is actually ravaging the country, and we'll be talking with Mazi Tony Mbata on Nnamdi Kanu's issues. So very shortly, we'll be speaking with Juwon Sonyaolu via the telephone, and Mazi Tony Mbata is actually live in the studio to join us in having this conversation. Good evening to you, sir, and welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're live on radio. Good evening to you, Mr. Juwon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Yes, my name is Chioma Innocent. I'm calling you from Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
Oh, Chioma, good evening.
Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Are you ready to join the conversation?
Okay. Let's go ahead.
All right. Just give us a few minutes of your time. Thank you so much. You are the national coordinator of the Take It Back movement. Some Nigerians say that the Take It Back movement, which is affiliated with Omoyele Sowore, is known for protesting and known for putting the government on their toes. Nigerians have been asking, can they sue the government of the day to court? Can they sue security agents to court for their families who have been in the den of kidnappers, for the insecurity that is ravaging the country? Also, earlier today, there was a report of a truckload filled with young Fulani men coming in through Niger, through Nigeria's porous borders into the country. And the question is, what are these people coming to do?
Yeah, well, to start off with, I guess you're asking a question on the state of insecurity.
Yes.
Your question, and how the TIB have been engaging with the security question in the country. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the TIB as an organization has been very loud with regards to the fact that the Nigerian state have lost the capacity to protect the Nigerian people. As a matter of fact, last year, June 12th last year, we called for a protest, particularly over the state of security in the country. And it will interest you to know, of course, many people Nigerians are aware, that barely 24 hours before the protest, I was abducted by a combined team of Nigerian police and the DSS. And both denied. And of course, the essence of my abduction 24 hours before the protest was to ensure that the protest did not hold. But the protest was never about the TIB. It was always about the survival of the Nigerian people. Nigerian people came out to speak their mind and they call out the government about the unfortunate state of insecurity in this country. Then we had bad governance protest, led, pioneered, and fully organized by the Take It Back movement. And of course, you and I are witnesses to how the Nigerians violently repressed the protest. Myself was the government website sought a court injunction to prevent me from participating in the protest. There was court injunction against the founder and convener of our organization, that corporate Omoyele Sowore. He had court injunction against, even though at the time it was not in Nigeria. Several officers of our organization received court injunction. The bank account of our organization was frozen. The government practically came fully after our organization to ensure the end bad governance protest was stopped. But Yet again, just like June 12th, the end bad governance protest was far beyond the take it back movement. It was always about the Nigerian people. But in the usual manner, the Nigerians responded violently, killing over 40 protesters nationwide. Several others were injured. Over 2,000 protesters were arrested. And even till today, as we speak, there are about 11 protesters, 11 activists who are being tried for treason. Children, about 30 of them, children were to be tried for treason by the Nigerian state. And of course, so these are some of the, until date, we have not stopped, but these are some of the efforts, including till now, that we have been making to call out the Nigerian state. But unfortunately, just a tweet by the Orange Man in the United States of America, the Nigerian state, over the security situation in the country, you saw a disgraceful and an irresponsible Nigerian government running helter-skelter and then talking about the sovereignty of the country. What sovereignty? Because some orange man in the US says they described exactly what we have been talking about at the State Department.
By orange man, you mean Donald Trump, the president of the United States?
Yes, I mean Donald Trump. Yes, even though we do not believe the salvation of the Nigerian people would come from foreign powers. We are convinced until date. We are convinced that the Nigerian people are well capable of solving the governance situation of this country, and it is very simple. The chief security officer of Nigeria, which is the president of Nigeria, has failed. He has lost capacity. The primary responsibility of governance, as described in our constitution, is to guarantee security and welfare of the Nigerian people. The Nigerian state under Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed in this task, and it's only normal that the Nigerian people fires him and replace him immediately, just as the young people in Nepal did to their government, firing the entire governance structure and replacing them with something quite different. So this is what we advocate for. We advocate for a mass uprising of the Nigerian people, a democracy of the Nigerian people, by the people and for the people, to reclaim the sovereignty we have lost to insurgents, to bandits, to terrorists. But that is what is at stake now. Until then, we will continue to get threatened, because the state we are in now is that the so-called sovereignty of Nigeria is threatened by both internal insurgents and foreign aggression. And the only alternative is definitely not those who are presently occupying the position of power. They are failed, and it's only the Nigerian people that can indeed restore this sovereignty that practically has been lost. So, insecurity, broken governance, and what have you.
Mr. Juwon, what would you say about the recent moves by the president to solve this issue of insecurity, including withdrawing policemen that were actually attached to some VIPs, and also declaring emergency on insecurity in the country? Does this speak to you of the government's seriousness to address these issues?
Well, we've seen efforts as reported by the news that the so-called about 11,000 officers have been supposedly withdrawn from VIPs. This is actually still a far cry from the humongous numbers of police and security operatives, including soldiers, that are attached to VIPs, and even generals, soldiers, members of armed forces, policemen who should be deployed to protecting the Nigerian people, are protecting the VIP. So the level, the so-called, even though we of course there is we haven't gotten any sort of confirmation aside the statement from the president or perhaps from the IG. But even with that, 11,000 is still a far cry. But beyond that, the security situation goes way beyond armed response. It's a question. It's also an economic question. Is that people are fundamentally poor in this country. So when people are poor, I mean, Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. It only makes sense that the country is not safe. So until that is solved, we'll keep on having. You can't solve the problem of hunger with guns, as we have always advocated. How about what about the there is also the question of education, which remains unsolved. Today, many Nigerian people, whether from the north or south, they are incapable of going to school, whether from the primary level. The education system at the primary level is an eyesore. Tertiary education is unaffordable. Many people are dropping out of school. What about youth unemployment? We are talking about one chance that has dominated Abuja as of today. And then we are talking about other security situation in the country, perpetrated by young people that have been abandoned and rejected by the system. If we do this, the question of the security situation is an holistic question that should be addressed holistically, economically, and then militarily. But even at the level of the military intervention, the president is glossing over with an empty announcement of withdrawal of 11,000 people. We know that we know these are not sincere efforts. But the central question remains the economic question that have remained unaddressed, and this makes nonsense of whatever effort anybody thinks the president is making.
Not even the resolution on supporting state governors to establish security outfits or the state police.
While in principle, the idea of state policing looks appealing, but we are saying the state governors are going to be in charge of the police, and they are far worse, than we see that they are far worse. They are far worse than. Just imagine the wiki of Abuja having control of police, and there are several wikis across the country. Those who are much more vicious than the city as Rivers governor, we even some wiki prevented EFCC officials from coming to arrest for prosecuting. We have seen how we use state institutions to support opposition in the state, and this is the story of most young governors across the problem is that the system, whether at the local level and of course at the federal level, is unaccountable. We have a robust National Assembly, we have a judiciary that is not only judiciary among the like we have a judiciary that is thinking of your mandate to shall stand, which is clearly stating that they are not independent. They are just like different. They are best constraints of the president. They are not independent. What are we talking about? So I do not see state policing working in an atmosphere of impunity. And until we fix our democratic question, the question of accountability, the question of distribution of wealth and equal share of resources, then we are in for a long haul.
Thank you so much, Mr. Juwon. I thank you for your time. I really do thank you for your time. I appreciate you for joining the conversation this evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, we're speaking with Mr. Juwon Sanyaolu. He is the national coordinator of the Take It Back movement right here in Nigeria. All right, moving on in the conversation, I want to play a few audios for us this evening so that we can actually get to understand what is going on. I came across a report of a community whereby a young man, all these people they call, I think they call them Bola. I'm not sure if they are the ones that they are given the title of Bola. Those people who do iron condemn, who go into the dustbin to pick up things that they think are useful. So they accuse this particular young man. He's obviously a northerner. If you see him from the way he looks, from the way he speaks, he's obviously a northerner. In this video, he was being hit. They were asking him, "What are you doing here? Go away!" Because he said he's doing iron condemn. He's going around, he's buying iron and picking up iron that he can sell. But when they checked inside his sack, what was in there was cardboard. And they accused him of surveying the area. They accused him of walking into the area, looking about, surveying it, almost as if he wants to do something untoward, almost as if he wants to do something bad, something wrong. And so they chased him away from that community. And a lot of Nigerians were asking the question, does this mean that every northerner you see, you confront them and say, oh, you cannot be here because of what your people are doing in the north? We are now talking about the stereotyping of the Fulani ethnic group and then saying oh, every Fulani person you see, you might want to be wary of them. As much as we preach love and unity, we know that this is not something that should be happening. But how would you say this has affected the insecurity situation in the country, has affected the psyche of the average Nigerian, to the extent where you see your fellow Nigerian and you're not scared of them, where you see somebody from the north and you're thinking, oh, who knows what agenda this one has? You may not really be thinking about it consciously, it just creeps into your subconscious. Maybe some people might now want to go into the market and say, oh, I'm not going to buy from this person, it's your people who are doing this and doing that. And we know that we do not like to be stereotyped, so of course you should try your best not to stereotype anyone. Now, still talking about insecurity, I did tell you about a truckload of young Fulani men. A truck was intercepted coming from Niger State, and these trucks, not a truck actually, but trucks, right? Now, these trucks had over 500 young Fulani men inside of it. And the question was, where are these people coming from? Where are they going to? What is their reason for coming into the country? And how can we say we are solving the case of the issues of insecurity if up till now our borders are unmanned? How can we actually say that, oh, insecurity is going to become a thing of the past if up till now we do not have immigration on over 70% of our borders? The House of Reps had to talk about it about 2 weeks ago. They had to raise an alarm. So I want you to hear from some House of Reps members on this issue of insecurity, so you know how they feel about it. But these are the people in the position of power. The position... Hello? Mr. Joseph Olonshaw, please turn off your radio set. Good evening to you, Mr. Joseph. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. I'm very well. You're live on radio. This is the Evening Rush on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Mr. Joseph, you are a safety and security expert, right? When the government says, oh, they're doing everything to curb insecurity, they're talking about state police, they're talking about vigilantes, they're talking about withdrawing police from VIPs and other measures that the president is taking. But yet our borders remain unmanned. And yet people around the countries around us that share a border with Nigeria, young men are coming into Nigeria in trucks from that country. They're coming in without the correct immigration papers. They're coming in without passports. They're coming in without identification. Has Nigeria totally become a breeding ground, a breeding camp for terrorists and terrorism?
For me, I think the way the conversation is going shows that we are not actually set to actually tackle the issue of insecurity. Choma, what I know in checking insecurity, that all your strategy, your plan must not be known by anybody apart from those that will be part of the personnel that will be instructed. Even among the personnel, there are some that will not even know. It's just for them, they will just come, they will just say, okay, everybody, we are to assemble and so place, and they will move. Immediately they reach the venue, then they give them a brief. This is what you want to do here. But if you look at what has been going on in Nigeria, what we are getting wrong, the conversation from the top is very, very, like, I don't know the word to use so that they will not look at it, someone to be insulting anybody. From the IGP comment, it is many of them are not very appropriate. What I mean by not appropriate is you almost disclose all your strategy, all that strategy is being disclosed. Okay, so now let's start with sure. You want to recruit 20 personnel into police. You are withdrawing about 11,566 personnel from the VIP. There's no information that are not supposed to be known to the public. Some of these criminals, they actually listen to news, they read newspaper, they watch television. They are seeing all the data that you have. And many times, some of the strategy, they equally know, we are arranging some tactical team, this and this and this. But some of those guys that I don't know, all these things are very, very smart. And they will follow you and make sure that they abort all your plan. Now, look at some of the number of people that you say they are coming from different parts of the world. If you look at when Donald Trump came in, he was very strategic on the issue of people from Mexico into America. And they were serious. It's not about just saying it. They were extremely serious because you see some of those guys facing the heat. But today, our border is extremely porous. then the conversation at the table of planning is very, very poor. Extreme. In fact, there's no even like border in the conversation. So there's no way we'll get it right. There is no way we will get it right with this kind of arrangement. Then you mentioned the other one. Just some of those guys want to will the seriousness that there for us to, as if we are ready to protect the citizen, they are ready to protect Nigeria. Shoma, you listened to, I think in your conversation yesterday, which has been going on, I think she already called and mentioned it too, that an assistant commissioner of police was murdered by an individual, by a criminal, and he wore the uniform of a person that you know that he murdered, and he couldn't not give instruction to the security agency that they must not perform. Trauma is like it's not as if in a country there is under sovereignty within the sovereignty, because these guys, they are not getting response, they are not getting casualty from the security agency, just because the top there is as if they are more political than doing the job of police, and this is a big challenge. Then we are now, you hear the issue of Lakorowa and another group, it is still the same thing. These are guys that come out with a lot of they engage in criminal activity. They just decide to give to brand themselves in different names, but still carry out the same assignment, and people will be following them, some of those narratives. Choma, what I know in the criminal world is any person that commits a crime, he has violated the law of the land, is regarded as a criminal, and you treat him as a criminal. You understand it? It is because these people are not getting they are not facing a lot of casualty. Look at the video. A video was out that some stupid, allow me to use that word, stupid element challenging our own president, challenging that they are going to kidnap this, they are not going to kidnap this person and this person. Thomas, if I say maybe just a small thing, I will bet you, even if I'm inside who, the almighty SSS, the almighty police will come and fish me out. So for someone to be like talking to our own president, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Federal Republic of Nigeria, telling people that if he's not careful, they will equally kidnap him, it's an insult on us. And you are not seeing the response from our security agency, and that is why some cannot have the courage to mobilize some people for say, okay, let them come to Nigeria, because they feel that we cannot do anything. So let the security, at this very point in time, anytime when I listen to IGP, we are discussing with any person that repented it's a conventional thing, any person that repented, you are not supposed to do anything. Choma, are we serious at all? Are we serious? Because this guy did not, they look at us that we are not serious. That's why they can have the courage to come and be doing all this atrocity that they are doing. Then the other one is the police, as I know, based on our constitution, they are in charge of our internal security. The military is just about them. But today, we don't put the military at the front. And very, very well, they are assisting us, because if you look at some of the security challenges that we have been having in Nigeria, I'm sorry to put it, police have been like, some of the elements the police have been part of people that are complicating the issue for us. The other day you see a guy that have been arrested and say, oh, he's a serving police officer. Well, among those people who have been helping to facilitate at all times to some of these criminals. And it's a police officer. So what's actually wrong? I think it is time for me, I'll be advocating for that. It's that whatever it is from
Mr. Joseph Folarunsho, you do not sound very clear.
Sociology, criminology,
okay.
Security is to design an instructional that will be pro-Nigeria. That we actually help to resolve some of these issues. The only thing that you see some of these are some of our security agents, particularly the police doing is you and I that would work more hard to some of us, checking everyone's life. But when you get to where we actually need them, Sometimes we don't see them. Choma, both the bandits, both the Boko Haram, both the local with the political with Choma, the mobile police, Nigerian mobile police, they will take care of, they will contain those guys. I bet you.
All right.
They will contain them. But there's no political will. I don't know that.
Thank you.
It's not security.
All right. Okay.
Even as we are talking now, many of our people, what they are facing is the next election. Senators, House of Rep, governor, they are just okay. What is the need for me? How do I continue for where by 2027? And we are not looking at it that Nigeria need to insist. Nigeria need to be peaceful. Nigeria need to be there
before the elections can hold.
Actually do the next election.
All right.
So we are facing a lot of challenges.
Thank you so much.
There's a priority, and these people are cashing on it, and that's why it's an issue of in local language. They don't say us finish.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph Folorunsho, for your perspective on these issues. I really appreciate you. All right. Then we were speaking with Mr. Joseph Folorunsho. He's a safety and security expert. He was giving us his own perspective on the issues. Let's now bring it back into the studio. Mr. Banzi Tony Mbata, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. You heard what Joseph said and how he said that the police can actually tackle our internal security and fight these people if they had the structure and if there was the political will to actually solve it. Is that a take that you agree with?
Yes, I agree with it. I have said it time with that number that if the Nigerian government want to stop insecurity today, they will stop it. Well, because some dubious element within the cycle benefiting from it will not allow insecurity to die off in this country. What do I mean by saying that? If anybody, like we're in the studio now, say anything against the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the next few minutes or hour, you will see what will happen. They will climb down on this studio or station and they will feature the person. But because I said it time with that number, that you don't destroy an institution because you want to achieve your parochial means or aim. When you destroy an institution, it will haunt you tomorrow. The problem we are facing, or the quagmire we are facing in this country with this insecurity, many of them have said, we brought these guys when we are doing election so that Jonathan will go. And that is where this started. Our people used to say, anybody who doesn't know where the rest are beating him cannot know where it will end. Because you open your border for you to achieve political gain, for you to unseat somebody. All these things, these people came in, insecurity, you arm them. Now, you can't retrieve the gun. Now, your dealings with them, you thought it has ended. It has not ended. These people have the impetus, the temerity to start coming in trucks. Meaning that any rational being or any rational thinker will tell you that they have been coming in like that. And nothing happened. And that's why they will come in. And who told you they will not come back again? And secondly, when we talk about the police, the military, how are we taking their welfare? How are we prioritizing their upkeeps? If you know what is going on, you will wait for these guys. And second, remember there was a time a retired general in this country, Tofri Donjuma, said they are colluded. And most times you say they are recruiting all these people, so-called repentant Boko Haram or bandits. They now put them inside the military police. What do you think that will happen? That's why they will open their mouth when they say they are doing some of these things. Checkmate this. They will leak the information. Who are the people at the helm of affairs of our security? Some of them are these guys. They planned it. They know what they are doing. But if you equipped Nigerian police, if you equip the military, give them what they want, give them the morale they want, they will stop insecurity. But our political eggheads will not allow it. And it's not a question of, I listened to El-Rufai, the son of former governor of Kaduna, when he was talking. He said it's not a question of, he said we are going to do this, the president will give us a very beautiful and written address. This is what we are going to do. Is the will. He was begging the speaker of the house. Say, it is time we do something that our people will see. But because Many of them there, like the last speaker said, they are planning for the 2027 election. That is where their primary aim. They are not thinking about you and I, common people. They are not thinking about the way the people are murdered in this country. They are not thinking about it. So when you are talking about insecurity, how to cope this thing, because they want to make use of them to come and perpetrate or come and cause mayhem during election, carry barrel bus, run away with it, snatch it. That's what they are thinking. So insecurity is not for them to cope it, is not for them. And secondly, most of these things are happening in the north and here. We had some security information that some people are coming to Owerri, Imo State, that one of them was saying that they had them speaking what they would do. They will hear all these things. They will not. Our politicians, so-called political leaders, I know they are not leaders. They are all doing trade by barter, what they will gain. They will not act. It's only when something happens, you not see them acting. You see our security men, they will be coming. Ask yourself, all the budget, all the money allocated to them, is it getting to them? I was telling them in the morning when we were using Igbo version. I told them, I will mention the police station. When I was a human rights chairman of JDPC, I went to one of these police stations. The DPO sat me down. I was telling me, he said, Comrade Tony, you see this battery? Somebody bought it for me. Do you think that if that person commit offense, I will have the temerity or the willpower to arrest him? He said, see this here I'm sitting. Somebody bought it. He was telling me a lot of things. He told me, when I leave the police, I will talk. Because the money budgeted to them is not getting to them. How do you expect them to work? Those 3 men, custom they murdered their family. What will they do? Nothing. So, most time, the morale is not there to checkmate all these things. The morale is not there. They can only tell us they send those people back. Go and check what will happen. You see policemen all over the place. What they are busy collecting is Roger. Go to Southeast, you see military checkpoint everywhere. But there will be problem. So, the issue is that our president, the commander-in-chief, if they want to stop it, they will stop it. But they are not serious about it.
All right. From this particular issue, let's now enter into the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and his appeal that was struck out today. He actually alleged that the Director General of the DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation violated his human rights by keeping him in DSS detention, giving him quack doctors to take care of him. He said he was not being treated well and he was tortured. I want us to take a listen to, you mentioned his name, the son of El-Rufai. That's El-Rufai's son. He is the member representing Kaduna North Federal Constituency. He's talking about how it's wrong that Nnamdi Kanu got a life sentence while Boko Haram terrorists received 20 years in prison. Let's take a listen to him.
There was a conviction recently of a terrorist, Boko Haram. I believe his name is Hussaini Ismail. He was convicted for 20 years by a high court. He was a Boko Haram terrorist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, I think, last week, and his own conviction said life sentence. I don't understand why one terrorist is getting 20 years and the other is getting a life sentence if you're saying that. I think Pastor made a good point. There's this idea that justice is served differently and it affects the problem. Mr. Speaker, I'll conclude by saying this. I've been an advocate of state police. I've sought the wisdom of more experienced members like Honorable Sada Soli, Honorable Adodo Gua, even yourself and the Speaker. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Somebody said that earlier. We cannot be sitting in Abuja and expecting operations to be efficient in Benue. We have to go back to communal policing. You that are older than us always tell us there was a time when if it just comes to a community, everybody knows him. We have to get the traditional leaders involved and go back to state policing. This parliament, under your leadership, and I know the excellent work you're doing in the Constitutional Review Committee.
All right, that is El-Rufai's son, Bello El-Rufai, speaking on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Of course, a number of Nigerians do not interpret this as him speaking for Nnamdi Kanu. He's just saying what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, the second to the last speaker that we just heard his voice, said something, say we don't have judiciary. And I've said it, the day I wept more about the judiciary of this country, the day they were singing, on your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, I wept. I borrowed a word from Nangwodo. He said, my heart bleed. My heart bleed. Thank God Bello Erufai is saying it. When you listen to the conviction given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you listen to the judge, you see, you can preempt that case was something concluded before the time. And you see people showing his anger and hatred over a set or some set of people. And when I was listening to the judge, I wept. Because the judge tried to make a case that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a national terrorist that want to bomb America embassy. He just want to bring America. He now said something that made me to cry. My heart bleed. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has killed more of his people than He continues. I say, which of his people is he talking about? That means the Southeast people. He said it. That means you know that Southeast is not part of Nigeria. Why didn't he say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has killed more Nigerians? But he now say more of his people. Now, if you listen to that case, he never mentioned how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and sent to Nigeria. And he tried to draw his influence by saying that there was a case he mentioned in US. He used the word may, that you may try, he didn't say shall. And I listened to a lot of political and whatever he was trying to do. I found out that, like Bello Erufai said, some judgment are for some people and some are not for some people. And until Nigerians, we remove ourselves from all these shackles of propaganda, falsehood, and hating people, stereotype, like you said it. Some people today, you ask them, why do you hate a Yoruba man? They will not tell you, it's my brother say or my father say. Some people, you ask them, why do you hate an Igbo man? He will not give you any cogent reason. But because of our political leaders, they are not even leaders, I keep saying it, because they are like auto passenger. When they put load inside the bus, whatever happen along the road, they don't bother care. Because they want money. They have infiltrated the minds of Nigerians by sowing the seed of hatred. And some people will come out and exhibit it. You ask them what happened, they don't know. It's because it's from Fulani, or because it's from Igbo, or because it's from Yoruba. They will do all manner of things. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu judgment is a judgment that is meant for some set of people. And they have perfected it. And I've told them that, you see, APC government, I know why I'm saying APC government. The time they are playing their Makosa dance, are playing what happened. I know that the end is that they want to use these things as a political means in order to achieve some certain things. But if where justice is supposed to be served, they should tell us what happened. Where did you say he said he will do this, he will do that? Which station? Where? Is he in Nigeria? Where? How many people listen to him in that so-called radio you're talking? What about the exhibits you say you discover from him? These things are something that for me, they never prove anything. But they have marked it. We want to condemn this person. They have done it. We are waiting for what the appeal court will do and also what the Supreme Court will do. But for us to go forward, for us to develop as a nation, whatever that is meant for anybody should be for everybody. You cannot say this person is from Umumbi or this person from Shangasha. You give a different judgment. It's not supposed to be so. We are one Nigeria, and everybody that loves this country know that the more we are one united, the more progress we will get. But because of our political affiliation or the tribal whatever, and we are trying to divide ourselves, we cannot go anywhere. And if we say we are not a nation, I have said it. If we say we cannot stay, let us sit down in a round table conference and said we cannot stay, and we go our separate ways. Many countries of the world have done it peacefully, peaceful. Even UK, are they part of Europe today? They are not. If we cannot be a country, we sit down and discuss about it. Even the constitution we are using, they say we. When did we? When? How? Where? The constitution was given to us by military. And that is why we are seeing all this. Even the constitution, there are many good things in the constitution. But because if I'm the governor today, I'm above the law. If I'm the local government, even councillor is above the law. They will tell you don't enter one way. They will do it. They will enter one way no matter whatever. So the issue is that we don't have the political will to solve the problem of this country. And the problem, I love Obasanjo, what he said. Obasanjo at the time said, blame me, don't blame my masters, because everything ends on my table as the commander-in-chief. But when a leader will not take responsibilities, what will he do? What will happen? Everybody will do the same thing. If you are a manager in a company or a CEO, or let's say a manager, and your driver know that every day you carry money, you move out, security man will open motor for you, gate for you, you bring all those things, you take them, and tomorrow somebody is coming, security man will say, Roger, because the leaders are not doing the needful. The problem of this country is 75% leadership problem. Until we get it right, we cannot go anywhere.
You know, this case that's coming up now, or this new report on this sitting that the court had today, is more of the request that Nnamdi Kanu made when he was in DSS.
2000 that case was.
This has been in court since 2021.
2021.
But a legal luminary, barrister Asim Adamson, saying it is his lawyers who did not do their homework.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
The charges that Nnamdi Kanu brought against the DSS.
This okay? Why did they give judgment now after the? You see, this thing are pre-arranged things.
Okay, so you believe that it was delayed up till?
It was yes. They were waiting for this judgment so that they can now quash other cases. It's a pre-arranged something. You must find a bad name to give a dog so that you can kill a dog.
All right. You know, while we're talking about this issue of Nnamdi Kanu, you know, there was an attack on the convoy of former Anambra State Governor Chris Ngige, right? And he has come out to actually talk about this attack. He claims that the gunmen who attacked his convoy accused the security men of working for quote-unquote zoo government. Now, the former Anambra State Governor and also he was a former Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, has given an account of how his convoy was attacked by unknown gunmen on Wednesday. He spoke to journalists when he was visited by Peter Obi earlier today. Peter Obi visited to commiserate with him over the attack. He said he had been in Anambra State since on Saturday. He said he sent his personal aides on an errand. He told them to take one of his vehicles for maintenance, but they were attacked on their way back. Now, the incident led to the death of a woman. His police orderly was shot in the leg. He was dispossessed of his rifle and his uniform. That is, they had time to take the uniform off the body of someone that they had just shot. And one would wonder what they intend to do with that uniform if it is not to actually attack innocent Nigerians. But let's move on. Dispelling rumors on his death, Ngige said, as you can see, I'm alive, I'm not dead, so there should be no panic or fear. He said his convoy was attacked when they were coming back around Umoji, when they saw some vehicles racing towards them, and later reversed and chased after them and started shooting. He said these attackers were all dressed in police and army uniforms. Again, how did they get this? When we talk about the Boko Haram terrorists in the north too, some of them come in wearing military camouflage. Now he says, so my convoy driver dribbled them until they ran into a shop, and they caught up with my police security men, who battled with them until his bullets were exhausted. They took away his rifle and his uniform, and that was after they shot him in the leg. They told the two policemen that they were serving a zoo government. So I think something is in the offing. They are seizing arms, mopping up police uniforms. I've spoken to the governor of the state, who assured me they will be tracked down, because if they are not tracked down, that can lead to potential danger and a sign of potential unraveling of the calm we have enjoyed in the state for 3 months now. He goes ahead to talk about how we are entering the Christmas season. People will be coming home. They need to be tracked down, because if this is a gang and their mode of operation is operating with police uniform, so when they're coming towards you, you think these are policemen, but they're actually coming to rob you. And some people might not blame Nigerian police and say, oh, the Nigerian police are robbing people, when in fact it is criminals who had access to Nigerian police uniform that are using it to rob people. When asked if it was a targeted attack, the former senator said it could have been, because his convoy and his drivers are well known. But he said it might also have been coincidental, as the group could simply have been seeking out policemen to seize weapons and uniforms. So it seems policemen are now being targeted for their weapons and for their uniforms that will be used to cause mayhem even as we go into the Christmas season. But what I want us to really look at, apart from these other issues now that have been pointed and how policemen are being targeted for their uniforms and weapons, is the part where he says that the criminals told his police officers, his convoy, that they were serving a zoo government. And you know, the people who actually make such statements are people who are affiliated with IPOB and Biafra movement, who keep calling Nigeria a zoo republic, calling it the Nigerian government a zoo government. Would you say that Nnamdi Kanu's conviction that something is in the offing and that some of these criminal elements want to use that as an excuse to go after innocent Nigerians and cause mayhem in the southeast?
Choma, let us condemn anything that is bad. For anybody to attack Senator Chris Ngige, it's a very bad, and I sympathize with him, and I thank God that nothing happened to him. The woman they shot and the police, God will heal them. I think they say the woman is still alive. I don't know.
No, she was shot dead.
Okay, she was shot dead. But let me tell you something that, you know, in politics, a lot of things happened. I was explaining it to some people in Igbo version that most of these politicians can go extra mile to achieve whatever they want. Now, they can cook something because they know that maybe two people are fighting, two people are having issue, so that they can use their name to achieve something, so that you can, you know, accuse the other one. They may use that same language so that you can tomorrow say it's IPOB. I'm not exonerating IPOB. I'm not exonerating them. But let us know that other people, other criminal element can still use the same language that they purportedly call Zul government, so that you can say this is the IPOB doing it. Remember that these people are criminals. When some of the other person was explaining, he said, when you are discussing any security issue, you don't come to open, because these guys are very intelligent. They know what you're saying. They know how when you tell them we are going to do this, we are going to mark checkpoint, they know. So they can equally use the same language in order to pin the blame to IPOB. But IPOB have come out severally to tell you that they are not criminals that are doing this. So why must you think that it's criminal? It's IPOB that are doing it. So the Nigerian security or the governor have assured they are going to fish out the people. Let them do their work, not because they had. Let us not judge based on what we hear. Let them do their own investigation and prove to Nigerians that the taxpayer money that we are paying them is working. Not because somebody said, yes, that's some of the things they will use to find out certain things, but let them go to the nitty-gritty of it. Is it people that are using the same thing so that you can accuse this set of people? You know, you must have a bad name to give a dog so that you can kill him. Some people today, like there was a day I was with Madam Pinto. He was explaining some of the things that is happening. The issue of a bibago, how they form it, and when they will cause problem, they say it's these people, and they come. We know all these things. That's why Nigerian security should do something and find out whether actually these people are the people causing this problem, or there are some other criminal elements that are doing it, so that you can say, yes, I talk them. It's these people, it's these same people that are people causing problem. I am not defending these people. It could be them, it could not be them.
But when you say, people who are known for using a particular language, is that a fair language to use on the Nigerian government? And if they did not put themselves in that position, would criminal elements see their name and their modus and their way and their style to use?
Why do they use the language? When there was injustice in the land and you expect your father, sometimes my people used to say, if you don't know how to talk the king, you cover your face and talk to him. And there was an Igbo language, I don't know how to interpret it. When you wrongly push a child, he can even speak anything. So for these people calling a government of the Federal Republic Zoo government, what happened? Why must they call it Zoo government? Are you doing like that? It's like how Fayese was attributing to Olusegun Obasanjo, say you are type of people supposed to be Zoo. Why must Fayese say such? Why must he use that language? Fayese felt that Obasanjo insulted him or whatever. And look at the kind of stupid language he used. Everybody has condemned it. So why must... that language is not good for him to use against the former president of this country, Olusegun Obasanjo. But why must he use it? That's the question. So
you're saying that when someone feels slighted,
yes, you
can do anything.
You are being provoked. Something despicable can come out from your mouth. So why must they use it? Why did they use it? Is the Nigerian government treating you very fine? What is happening? Look at how people are being butchered, and somebody that is crying, what will he say? They kill your husband, kill your children. In the course of anger, you can say anything. See insecurity all over the places. Is Nigeria happy? See hunger in the land. When somebody is hungry, he can say anything. If we are not a zoo government, and I know we are not, do something good. Not for you to occupy a position and you can't do anything. Look at all the things people are saying. Until when it happens, you will see them coming. What will you say?
All right, then we'll take a short break and return in a minute. Actually, it's just a 1 minute break. And when we return, the conversation continues right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You are currently tuned into the Evening Rush, and I appreciate you for being a part of the conversation this evening. So stay tuned. The conversation continues. I still have Mazi Tony Mbata right here in the studio. So some people are saying that whenever it comes to Southeast issues, you always get very emotional. But we'll talk about that right after this break. Stay tuned.
Customer, welcome. What you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Quarter fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get am. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J quarter fuse and distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry. I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover quarter fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo quarter fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover-wise pan foolish o. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy-duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you Biko.
Welcome back to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The conversation continues on Nigeria's most anticipated drive time show on radio. My name is Chema Innocent. I'm your host, and I still have my guest sitting right across from me in the studio. His name is Mazi Tony Mbata. We've been talking about the issues of insecurity bedeviling the country, and right now we want to look at some political matters. While insecurity is going on, the opposition have been talking, they've been berating the government. I spoke to the national chairman of the APC spokespersons in Nigeria, and he said that the opposition, actually what they're doing is destructive criticism and not constructive criticism. So we've been looking at the political steps and political permutation ahead of 2027, because many Nigerians accuse the present administration of being more concerned with the next electoral cycle than with the life and the welfare of Nigerians, even as insecurity continues to ravage the country. In all of this, would you say that insecurity is being politicized? The ruling party says it's that, the opposition, they are politicizing insecurity, while the opposition will still say that the ruling party is politicizing insecurity. Two questions: what exactly does it mean to politicize insecurity, and who is, of these two parties, who is politicizing insecurity?
It's APC. APC started it with Jonathan. There is no name they didn't give Jonathan. All this Boko Haram, all this insecurity, opening of border, it started. We had a Rufai when you say we know where these boys are. He said it, we know what we did in order to win the election. So the problem we're into, it was caused by APC. And APC, they don't want to manage what Nigerian, average Nigerian, you and I seated there is, we want to sleep with our two eyes all closed, come out in the morning, do a normal business and go without dying. But because APC government, they are the people that started it. When the president started, he said, grab it, run with it, fight it. What is he trying to do? Insecurity. You don't want to allow the normal persons to go. So when you cook a food, you invited them and they started doing it. You're not blaming opposition. Which opposition? You started this as an opposition, you completed it. They were in charge. Buhari was in charge. He said it. So they should not blame opposition. What we are saying, what the opposition is saying, or Nigerians are saying, that Nigerian government, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the commander-in-chief, stop insecurity. You can stop it. We have all it takes. Stop singing rhetorics. Stop giving us handout. Do it. What we want to see. Thank God El-Rufai is part of the government. He's part of APC ruling government. What did he say? What he said, is this talking out of point? No. The government should mean the business. The life and property of Nigerians are more important than whatever they are saying. Even if the opposition is doing politics about this, they should stop what is happening. Let the border be minded. Put people, feed our Nigerian security, feed the police, pay them whatever they want. Look at their uniform. You can see some police people, you pity them. Nigerian military soldiers, how much are they paying them? They are risking their life. So they should do the needful. Stop playing politics. Stop being opposition too. They themselves are the problem of this country, because they are not doing the job Nigerian people hired them for. We did not hire you for you and the opposition to tell us this person happened, this one. Nigerians are dying. What Nigerians want is that let us stop that. Look at most of the horrible things that are posting on internet. You see how human beings are slaughtering people as if they're animal, and Nigerian government are still telling you that opposition are doing this. They have failed Nigerians. They don't have any other thing to tell us. They have failed. All the promises APC government promised Nigerians, which one have they achieved? Is it the fuel they told us that refinery will be working? They went and brought one fuel somewhere and put it and showed Nigerians. I told them that this thing cannot last even to 4 hours. What happened? Is there any refinery that is working? Is it fuel subsidy they said they removed? What impact is it giving to Nigerians? Look at how everything is going. They will come and tell us lie. They lied and lied and lied. All these things, we are seeing them. So they should mean the business and stop this killing. It's too much.
You know, while we're talking about political matters, earlier today, the Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo said he would resign if President Tinubu does not win in Edo State in 2027. And one would wonder why a state governor is making such a pronouncement.
Do you want me to answer you?
Especially when recently he told his newly appointed commissioners that if you don't wear the Ashiwaju cap, don't bother coming for meeting. If you know you will not wear the Ashiwaju cap. So some Nigerians are saying, of all the APC governors in Nigeria now, of different states, that this particular one is working too hard.
Why wouldn't you work too hard? A man that cannot pronounce figure, a man that did not win election. Remember,
in his defense, Mr. Tony.
Excuse me.
If some figures don't pass 9.
Okay, so you're not seeing clearly. No problem. We agree with his defense. A man that Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to do, he asked them, say, do you want to do? I will give it to you. And look at it. Because we don't have this institution called INEC. Some of them cannot win local government councillor. If we do proper election, Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot win Edo. He cannot even win Lagos. He cannot win any part of this country. Forget about PDP governors or any other government camping to APC.
You say this because you think that people are not really voting for the president. Do you know that the president has supporters, and
why wouldn't
even though
who supporters? Why are they supporting him?
Not enter campaign season. You can see that the APC is doing. When it comes to grassroots politics, they are very strong. This is something that we're not seeing all these opposition parties, the SDP, the ADC, the PDP.
What do you want them to do? When look at a state governor would not look at what happened at is it Cross River, that somebody attended other political party whatever rally and the governor sacked him and whatever. See, what we are facing in this country is why are they having mouth to talk while you see them making noise is because they know that we don't have INEC. If we have institution called INEC, they cannot win. I can bet with anything local government election. But because they know that somebody will sit down somewhere and tell us that there is glitch. Look at what happened at the state when Professor Oti said this will not happen. She said they bribe him, they bring money, they bring this. She refused because we have some feeble-minded people who think that money is everything. That's why they can sell their conscience to the devil and pronounce whatever, and tomorrow they will tell us glitch. And when they leave that place, they will now start recounting what they should have done when they did not do it. I know that posterity will pay everybody. Do you know what gave me joy in this planet Earth? I was watching Pelo of Brazil. The mansion he built, nobody is there. Covered with weed and every other thing. No single person there. So all these things they are doing, I pity them because they are mentally poor. They don't have anything to show. It's just a mass word. Let us have a free and fair election. Let me see if governor of Edo will win a local government election. Let me see how Bola Ahmed Tinubu will win. But because they don't say opposition is not doing, opposition is doing. They are busy trying to destroy opposition. That's what they're doing. If PDP, Jonathan did what they're doing now, they can't win that election. But because he allowed democracy, they said they don't want any other person to win election. Can they win election? They can't win election, my sister.
He's promising to give the president 3.5 million votes in 2027.
Because they will manufacture it.
If he doesn't give the president that vote, he will step down.
He will not step down. Because what gave them the impetus of saying all this is that they know that we don't have INEC. Who are the people in charge of INEC? Some of them are their brothers and cousins, and they have told them what to do. The kind of rigging they will do this time around is the more you look, the less you see. They will speak, they manufacture another grammar to tell us. They will manufacture another one to tell us. Why are they saying this? Let them pass that. The electoral law let us do transmission from polling booth. Nigerians, we have all it takes to transmit our result. As soon as you are voting, when you complete, it will transmit it to wherever the server, and everybody will see it. They can't. I know it, and I know it. Why they are saying all this? Why these governors are decamping? Not that they are decamping that APC. Are they the person you ask yourself? As Nigerians, are we happy? Do you see people being happy on the street? Choma, let me ask you, your disposable income, has it increased? No. Nigerians are suffering. But you see these people decamping because they believe that they have captured INEC and judiciary. That's why judiciary will sing on your mandate will stand. Tomorrow they will tell you to go to court. And when you go to court, you know what will happen. You know what will happen. Judiciary that cannot know the meaning of and 25% in Abuja. Tomorrow they give this judgment, the other day they will give the other thing. So why the governor is saying that is that we know what happened in Odo. They didn't win the election, but the court to say he won the election. Bring the certificate, they will tell you that no matter. You don't even need to have certificate, just to try to make sure you can carry ballot box and show it up. So he can say it. He can say it because Nigerians know that we don't have INEC. That's why they can make such an open check. An open check. I will give so million. They have already written it.
All right, it's time for us to take your calls on the program. This is the Evening Russian Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The number to call is 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. You can also send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. Some of you are already branding me as a Biafra hater, IPOB hater. Already against Nnamdi Kanu. Said, Choma, the way you ask your question make you look as if you're against IPOB. I'm just here to do my job. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location? Please turn off your radio set before you call, all right? Welcome to the
Hello, Choma.
Hi, what's your name and location?
Yes, my name is Shola.
Where are you calling
and I'm calling from Medera. Lagos.
Conversation. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Yes, I agree to your guest in the studio. Yeah, it's very much on point. See, let's call the spade a spade. This insecurity started from somewhere, and more especially, on the sides of the, let's be sincere, the northern Sharia Nigeria first started, Nigeria is supposed to be a secular state, isn't it? All these securities started because of what our leaders tolerated. You understand? Assuming to start with Obasanjo stood his ground, fine, he was among the best presidents we have had in this country, but there were losses. You understand? No, these were things that some unpatriotic elements amongst our politicians capitalized upon, and it started growing. And if you look at it, the bulk of our politicians are so selfish. They neglect to cater for. You understand? As leaders, what is democracy? Of the people by the people, you know, about the people. And what are the things, necessities that you provide security, you provide housing, you provide shelter, and every other necessities, but they're not doing it because of their political ambition. Now, I want to rephrase this thing. Jonathan said something during the election when he was about to lose them. He said the lives of Nigerians is not worth more than his own political ambition. It is for our leaders now, especially in this present dispensation. Look at what this present president said when he wanted to come in. A million. You understand? So these were signals for people to know that these people don't care. If not for even Trump that strengthened them now, all the little things you are saying, you will not see. They are scared. That is why they are taking all these steps. If not, they don't care. And another thing is that all these insurgents that are coming in, you understand, from outside the country, they realize that Nigerian leaders, the government, are not, like I said before, when it comes to being the little in protecting the borders. They know that the Nigerian government are not effective. I don't know what I'm saying. There's the same in Yoruba that when you are on the airplane, lizard will enter. So they know. So our leaders have failed and they have turned the nation to a toast. You understand? And I blame the people. I'm rounding up now. The only reason why I blame the people is that the people are so docile. We want to go to heaven and we don't want to die. And that is the consequences of when bad people are dominating or when bad people are talking and good people, even when they are not bad people, they don't talk. This is what you see. So the Nigeria is in a dire situation right now that it has come upon us. The thinking has come up to us. Insecurity has come up. Even in Lagos here, we are not safe. Where I'm staying, if you see the influence of all these advocate people, I know most of them check they are not Nigerians. Do you know the weapons they have? If they decide to start attacking people on the street, I don't know what Africa. It has come upon us. So it's only God that can save us. Thank you.
When people say they blame Nigerians or they say Nigerians are docile and all, what do you want? What exactly?
Yes. Nigerians were. You say something.
How many times have Nigerians hit the street?
Is it only once you do it and stop?
So Nigerians should be on the street every.
If it need be that you supposed to be, you will be on the street so that change will come. Be there. Do you know how many calls I receive every day? People will tell you, come and tell me, they will kill you. People don't want to die, and you see what is happening. Protect your vote, you go. How many people will come and vote? How many people that will come and carry ballot? When we are more than 20, more than 1,500, only 5 people will come. And I've told everybody, if we want to change this time to protect our vote, arm yourself and be at the ballot booth. Vote and wait for it. How many are they? Nobody wants to die because of one thing or the other, and we still die.
Welcome to the evening rush. What's your name and location, please? All right, give me a call back. The number to call is 08036929933. Welcome to the evening rush. What's your name and location, please?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Mr. Manathan.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, my name is Edward. I'm calling from Ikeja, and good evening to you as well.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, on the issue of what people are discussing, that is when I was just listening to the analysis that Mr. Mbaka is just analyzing. I have come to realize that, that this country, they have sold this Nigeria, if I may say. Because, if you see how President Tinubu entered into this government, to become a president of Nigeria, you will know that everything is just by Wuru and by Mago. And that is why if something is happening in this Nigeria, they don't care, even if that they are killing people in their presence. They are killing people that they are saying, that they are just saying that they are just living. They don't even care. And they cannot say anything because, if they say something, comment else that they have negotiated. They have, that with bandits, whatever, yeah, they negotiated. What is happening? So my sister, that's what is happening in this country, the Nigeria don't tire me. But I believe that God will flow through.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. You can call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name? Turn off your radio set. All right, give me a call back. 0803-692-9933. Hello. Hello to you. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Lagos State.
Welcome. Thank you for calling.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please, you try to want to say that in this country that called Nigeria, we do have INEC. And INEC too is also part of our protest. But let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. When this killing started, what was it all about? Was it not because of Benue land? I said that they want Benue, that they should give them Benue. So what the tricky to this aspect? The problem is that once problems start and people start talking, to be as if we are too making it. It will be as if there's something behind this thing. This thing is not insecurity. This thing is war. We are facing a war. It's not insecurity. Because if it is insecurity, it should not be happening like this every day. It should not. This is not insecurity. We are facing a war. We don't know it. We don't know it. That's why we know the right solution. And I'm very, very sorry for saying that I don't think we should forgive it. The president, our president, is not our president. It's not.
So who is the president?
It's not our president. That's the truth. Because if it's our president, all these things be happening like this. It's not our president. That's why it cannot protect us.
Thank you for your call. So who then is the president? We need to accept the fact and the reality on ground. President Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, and if everything goes the way it is supposed to, he will continue to be president until May 29, 2027, and that president is sworn in, which may be him again if he contests in the 2027 presidential election. So let us not get it twisted. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please?
Good evening, Esther.
This is Choma Innocent. Thank you for calling.
Okay, Choma Innocent. Sorry, my sister.
That's okay. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I want to talk about insecurity in Nigeria.
Okay.
It has become a concurrent to Nigerians. Imagine President Tinubu, what he's saying. They're not even trying to stop the insecurity. Now, if I have access to him, I will advise him to come and take all the whole, what they call them, how they in Lagos, that are extracting money from drivers. They put them into army or policemen, push them into the forest and tackle the insecurity we have, the terrorists, the bandits. Nigeria is a time for this government. Are we in another country? So the case of how they treat you, they are a second-class citizen in this country. But I pray, come 2027, I pray, Nigeria will vote them out.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. Thank you for holding on. Good evening and welcome to the Evening Rush. Hello, are you there? Welcome to the Evening Rush. Good evening. All right. Hello, welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Turn off your radio set.
Thank you.
Hello? What's your name? What's your location? I'm very well, thank you.
My name is Emeka from Apapa.
All right, go ahead, please.
There's one issue I want to raise in the president story matter. The full country means people, the way the people behave in Nigeria, even the government, they are free. So there's no thing about it.
You live in Nigeria. You are a Nigerian, and yet you want to
come. Listen to me. You people are compromising with this rubbish happening in the country. Look at the way the government is behaving. Look look at the way they are turning things upside down. Eh? Why are you people compromising things? Is it because Nigerians are quiet? We are not quiet. We are educated. There should not. There is no human right in Nigeria. There is no judicial. There is no island. There is not every issue has fallen, and people are compromising. It's a two country. I'm not.
Thank you for your call. 003-692-9933. 003-692-9933. We're talking about these issues with a view to finding a solution. It helps nobody when you get aggressive. All right, so let's be constructive in our criticism. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Badagry.
Thank you for calling, Samuel. Go ahead, please.
The problem we are having is from Nigeria. Because we don't want to fight. Everybody wants to just keep quiet and keep looking. That's why we are having all these problems. Mandela once
So
said it.
do you want to fight?
Let me explain. Mandela said it. After they get freedom, there's a journalist that went to Mandela. I asked him, now you are getting freedom, Nigerians are not doing so happy. Then what are you going to do for Nigeria? And I said nobody will help Nigeria. For Nigerian citizens, they will help themselves. They will fight for themselves. And that is just it. If we not stand to fight for ourselves, we will remain like this. You can kingdom. Good night.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. You can call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Call me up. I want to hear from you. Hello. Turn off your radio set.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Your location, please.
Yeah, this is Chima calling from Washington.
Welcome, Chima.
Please, there is nothing that I just want to contribute.
Okay.
The problem of Nigeria is from our INEC and the judiciary. We don't have INEC again. Our judiciary is not working. Remember, the time of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State, when he was the governor of Lagos State, he stood and fought the government of Olusegun Obasanjo. When Olusegun Obasanjo had little clash with him, seized Lagos State local government allocation, he stood and fight, and nobody put a state of emergency for him. And that of the River State, you can see the game that they just played there, because we don't have a judiciary anymore. And the case of Mazen Nandekam, somebody that is fighting just with mouth, that did not hold any stick, bottle or gun, and then we can label him terrorists, and then went there and still prescribe him as that is a terrorist organization, and they want to jail him, life imprisonment. That shows how much they hated those tribes. What is there is that means that those people is no longer even second-hand citizen, no longer second-class citizen. They took those people as their slaves, and it showed the kind of hatred they have on where people is right now.
Thank you for your call. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. You can either call me on WhatsApp or send a message. I want to hear from you. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Hello? Welcome to the Evening Rush. Turn off your radio set.
Hello?
I can hear you. Turn off your radio set. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Welcome. Go ahead. Welcome.
I'm hearing the topic.
Yes.
So I want to speak more.
All right. Go ahead.
About the Kano case. Okay. From example now, they don't sentence Nandi Kano life imprisonment. That will not stop anything. Okay. Two people now, they are gaining for prison, like Simon Ipa. So that is the same agitator. So they are not talking about those people again. And more time now, they will forget about this Nnamdi Kanu. Not safe for Nigeria. May they have mercy and bring this man out.
All right. Thank you for your call. 08036929933. We're streaming live on YouTube. It's VOP 903 FM. VOP 903 FM on YouTube. You can leave your comment right there on the live stream. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Good evening. How are you doing? Hello? Oh, I think you need to call back. I cannot really hear you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Choma, good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. This is Tunde from Isolo.
Welcome, Tunde.
Yeah, well done for your matured analysis, and I love the way you anchor the program.
Thank you.
Concerning what Bata was saying, he said voters should carry their own ammunition. I don't understand the voting unit. Is he saying that we should carry gun and go to the polling unit? He should explain that. Then secondly, he's talking about injustice to carry. It is just a word of mouth. You should go back to history. There is nothing like you wait until you carry gun. There are some people that through their inciting statement, they have destroyed the whole.
Hello, are you there? Hello? All right, you have to give me a call back, all right? 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. In the meantime, let's take phone calls, or rather your messages, but right after this phone call. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome to the Evening Rush. Yes. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name and location, please?
Okay. You're not very loud, but anyway, I can still manage that. Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
I would like to ask a question as regards the matter. First, I would say these politicians, I don't think they listen to radio, and the way they see things, they see it like politics is a game, it's a dirty game, like it's not the way we see things.
Hello, are you there? Hello? All right, you have to give me a call back, please. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Turn off your radio set. Hello? Please give me a call back. Turn off your radio set before you call, or turn it down to the lowest volume, please. Please do that. If you don't do that, we cannot have a very interesting conversation. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please?
Hello, good evening. My name is Paul. I'm calling from Adelaide.
Welcome, Paul, and thank you for calling. Go ahead, please.
Okay, what I want to say is that this people, you look at it very well. It should be more of community service now. Like the community needs to do more, because I'm not looking at it. The securities are not ready to do everything. I think the community should start taking up with like when we have discovered that these people are not ready to help us, how can we help ourselves? Like we need to start defending ourselves. I remember what happened in 2019 in my state, from my own local government. These people came in our site, through Benue, with their cows. They entered our farm, started destroying the things that they planted. And some people from our village, when they said, you guys be grazing your cow here now, this is our farm. They said, okay, they went back. So the next day when they came again, our chief ordered men that we should gun their cow down. And when they came out, we gun the cow down. So they went back and came back again, about 70 of them. And we already know what will happen. So when they were coming, they come bravely out, not knowing that our people already know what will happen. So our man was there. Even there were more than 70, but we are more than 100. So because they could come, our man was there already. So when the immediately they come, they open fire.
Hello, are you there? All right, you have to give me a call back to conclude. Let's know how that scenario turned out. But thank you for your call. Let's take some of your messages because of our time. Hi, Choma. Good evening. This is Ayo from Poland. My family has had a personal encounter with Tinubu at the Nigerian Law Reform Commission when he was at Obalende Ikoyi area. He was governor then. I fear for Nigeria in 2027 because if people don't make up their mind and come out with their PVC to vote, defend their vote, the same thing will repeat itself here in Poland. We vote from home and see the growth of the numbers instantaneously. God bless Nigeria. Chairman Mr. Tony, good evening. It has shown now the present government does not have what it takes to stop the menace. For Edo State governor to distract the people of Nigeria to the current insecurity facing us is pathetic. Telling us he wants to resign. It is well. Donald from Okeafa. Thank you, Donald, for your message. All right. I wish I could stop talking about self-imposed insecurity issues APC brought upon the land because of political interest. Why should Fulanis be turned back when Buhari approved visa on arrival for them? Chairman, if those trucks were turned back at point A, many other porous entry points are open for them. No day passes without dangerous and heartbroken news. What kind of country and rulers do we have? Imagine Defense Minister telling us that FG's bombs cannot penetrate the bushes where these terrorists are. Are you serious? These terrorists are killing for fun, but Nnamdi Kanu is their headache because of where he comes from. Where is Leah Sharibu? Chijoke from Isolo. The Bola are called the scavengers. Adeni from Shomolu, those are the people picking iron. All right, thank you. Good evening, Chairman and the guests in the studio. I'm Emodi Toby from Ibejuleki. It's unfortunate that the duties and responsibilities of the Nigerian Immigration Service is not noticed in the country. It seems their only job is issuing international passports. Our borders are porous and unmanned, thereby making it easier for these criminals tormenting the country free access to come in to kill, maim, and destroy the people. All our security agencies, including NIS, have been compromised, infiltrated. Please let Donald Trump come to our rescue. From Emodi Toby, Ibejuleki. All right. Good evening, Chairman and the guests this evening. May I start by commending you for all right. Thank you. Can I comment on the issue of the decision of the Court of Appeal concerning Nnamdi Kanu's fundamental rights? It is very bad that cases filed at the Court of Appeal by individuals are not treated or attempted to promptly by the Court of Appeal the way they treat that concerning politicians. Politicians' matters are given express adjudication than that of individuals. By the time these individual matters are treated, the reasons for appealing is defeated. I have an appeal filed against the decision of 2 lower courts over trespass on land. Those trespassers filed an appeal since 2023 and refused to vacate from this plot of land, thereby denying me the use of my effort. Yet the Court of Appeal has not deemed it expedient to treat this matter, thereby justifying the common adage, justice delayed is justice denied. As it is now, the instant case of Nnamdi Kanu, if the judges are in shortage or the courtrooms are not adequate, I plead to the Judicial Council to promote more judges to the bench or create more courts so that the delay experienced in this section of the court is solved. From Ken in Lagos. I love your voice. There's nothing Tinubu can do about it. I don't understand this, your message, and you didn't even send me your name. Good evening from Ademi Kamaru, Banana Island, Lagos. Ignorant Nigeria, saying 2027 election is between Nigeria and APC. The question is that millions of APC members, are they not Nigeria? Asiwaju Bola Tinubu have millions of supporters. Are they not Nigerian? Peter Obi have moved on, but some people refuse to move on. We're not even talking about Peter Obi this evening, so what are you talking about? Good evening, Shama. All right, Chuks from Okeafa, thank you. Good evening, Shama. Remember, a few days ago, bullets were falling off a fully loaded truck. Today, over 500 Fulani came into the country in a fully loaded truck. Chairman, add 1 + 1. They are coming to use those bullets. My sister, they are ready for war. Gabriel from Abaranje. You see your analyst telling lies on your radio station. The judge never said Kanu wants to bomb US embassy. Is the UK embassy the judge mentioned? There's nobody that hates the Igbos. From Nkem. Evening, Chairman. I don't agree with Tony Mbata on Kanu's matter. Kanu is not innocent of what he claimed to be. For those like Mbata believing Kanu was shipped to Nigeria via Kenya courier services was illegal and against his fundamental human rights. Let them know that there is no fundamental human right when there is a threat against a nation, irrespective of its location. America went to find Osama outside America for the disaster he caused. Summary, I'm happy Mbata is talking like a normal person instead of his usual biased position. God bless Nigeria. David from Oshodi. Good evening, Chairman and Comrade Mbata. Those hundreds of illegal Fulani immigrants that crossed into Nigeria from Niger Republic, they are part of the hidden agenda of Fulanization and Islamization. They were brought into Nigeria to take over and populate the communities that terrorists have seized from the indigenous people of Nigeria who are presently in IDP refugee camps. Dozie Augustine. Good evening, Chairman and Tony. Let's call it spade a spade. The security of Nigeria, the security of Ngige said it. You are saying what they said is not right. In fact, you are a terrible someone. If it's Boko Haram now, you say it's Islam. You better stop these sentimental ideas. Olawale from Ejiguagbede, Ogun State. All right. Omar from Ogba, thank you for your message. Good evening, Chairman. Nigeria is at war. A lot of things are happening, but a good number of us don't even know what is really happening with what I've watched these few days in the Telegram group I'm following. Things are really happening, but it's not visible on the media space. These terrorists have declared war on Nigeria as a country. I just hope this whole thing don't swallow all of us. Klein from Lagos. Good evening, Chairman. I greet you, the guest. I don't know reason why if Nigeria want to progress or change Nigerian constitution. Ayonwale Kende, thank you for your message. My lovely sister Chioma Ogato Nimbata will never agree with you so far it comes to Igbo matter. Look, I'm an Igbo person from Imo State in Mbise. Let me speak Igbo so Mbata will believe me. Keduka Idi. We Igbos are killing ourselves. My village brothers plan and kidnap my elder brother that came back from the US, whose people called Nigeria Zoo is not Igbo. Mbata should not defend Batson. All right, didn't tell me your name or where you're writing from. Gentle Lion from Aboru says, good evening, Chama and Mazi. My heart goes out to everyone who will be traveling by road this festive season. Imagine sitting in a bus on the highway. You come across what looks like police or army checkpoint, only for you to discover that the people standing right in the middle of the road are bandits or criminals. I don't even pray for such experience from my enemy. Talk more of my loved ones. Evening Rush, good evening, Chama. Tell your guests to stop gaslighting the listeners. Most of the ardent listeners leave other radio stations to listen to VOP's Evening Rush. You should not take us for fools. How can you justify the calling of Nigeria a zoo? No matter the injustice against us, is that the best behavior expected of the people fighting for justice? The colloquial zoo country was made notorious by MNK, and there is no other person or group using it in Igbo land except Kanu supporters, especially the IPOB. I'm a full-fledged Igbo man, but I will not be listening to a twisted and warped analysis from Mr. Mbata. Phil is in Okota. This lady always brand IPOB members terrorists, but afraid to brand bandits terrorists. She has the same treacherous mentality her former governor Dave Umali has, Fulani puppet mentality. You just divest, just join different words together. Now, what? Dan Ladi from Agor says, good evening, VOP Chioma. God bless you. The handwriting is clearly written on the wall. What Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is far bigger than the ideology of northern Nigeria put together. The northern elites are stealing from Nigeria raw mineral resources based in the northern regions, abusing young children, giving them weapons to terrorize the country, from interfering with their dealings with foreign bodies who are their business allies. Why Nnamdi Kanu needs a new country with fairness and equality? His freedom will only come when the government succeed in breaking his willpower. Dan Ladi from Agor. Greetings to everyone in the house. Chama, read my message. Insecurity will not stop until we take away the office of the NSA Defense Minister, AGF, from the northern. Buhari gave his last wish to MNK to die in prison. Chama, we can use all the monthly allocation to state governors, and the coastal roads can be used to build fences on our porous borders. Have a lovely weekend, Grandma Maggie. Thank you, Grandma Maggie, for your message. Good evening, Chama. I disagree with your analysis. He said the president cannot win free and fair election. Before he became president, he's winning elections for long term. That's why he has followers. It's obvious that Mr. Tony Mbata and Bryce Darlington, they have no real understanding of the cause of Nigeria's insecurity. Such matters cannot be meaningfully discussed on social media. They never see anything good about Tinubu's administration. They criticize without facts. They avoid addressing the real issues. They constantly play to the gallery. A day is coming when I will confront them in VOP studio. I am confident that I will defeat you in that debate, Mr. Mbata. Abidin from Bagada. You know what, Abidin? Let's set a date. All right. Thank you for your message. In the night, the roads grow thin. Echoes tremble where hope has been. Mothers pray with weary eyes. Children dream beneath unsure skies. Yet, through the cracks the light holds fast, a stubborn strength that shadows cast. For even where fear plants its seed, Nigeria rises, despite its need. The nation bleeds, silence echoes on the leaders. Wake up, leaders of thought, do the needful now or never. Until then, we are watching as the planet is listening. Comrade Abraham, thank you for your poetry. Good evening, VOP. This talk by Mr. Mbata that Tinubu and Edo State Governor will not win even local government is very funny. He's been too emotional. That was how they were bragging that Soludo will be one-term governor because of his close relationship with Tinubu. What happened eventually? Soludo won his second term massively. Come 2027, PBAT will come out victorious again. Nnamdi Uzoku from Lagos. Good evening, Chairman and the guest, Laker from Lagos. What causes coup is bad governance. All right, that's not what we're talking about. Laker from Lagos. Good evening, Voice of the People, Chairman Innocent and Mazi Tony Mbata. My name is Ademuwagun Gbenga from Lagos. See, Tinubu is not ready for anything. Where is that his son that told Nigeria his father is the best president in Nigeria? One thing that I want Yoruba people should remember is that history will tell about the people that sentenced Nnamdi. IGP, DSS boss, Chief Justice, the judge that gave final judgment, and the president are all Yorubas. I'm also a Yoruba man. Please, Yoruba think. Anyone who voted for APC in 2027, they are cursed. Good evening. Your guest should not read different meaning to what the judge said when sentencing Kanu, that he killed more of his people. People that speak same language with me can be addressed as my people. It doesn't mean we are not Nigerians. Leke from Mushin. This is Victor Onome from Agor Palace. God will bless all the speakers. If we continue to think about Nigeria problem, one may run mad. God help Nigeria. Good evening, Chama. I'm Dele from Ikorodu. In respect of Nnamdi Kanu's treason trial, he caused the delay that made the trial to last for many years because 4 different judges presided over the case because Kanu rejected 3 of the judges until he got to Justice Omotosho being the 4th judge. He also sacked his lawyers while he frustrated others like Michael Zekome, who had to withdraw as his counsel. In fact, I wonder when Igbo sat down and unanimously agreed to appoint Nnamdi Kanu to agitate for the secession. On the attempted assassination of Chris Ngige, he was so very lucky he was not killed in that area, which was the same area where the husband of late Akunyili was killed. Lastly, I'm not surprised at some people's attitude towards Tinubu because he came into office with more resistance and acceptance, more suspicion than goodwill, more emotional hostility than any president we have had in this present democratic era. Some dislike him out of political bitterness, some out of tribal pain, some out of religious sentiment, some because of their preferred candidate lost the match. and not the mandate. All right, thank you for your message. Good evening. His Royal Highness BC Ngoko in Oshodi. Good evening, Chama. It's so unfortunate and sad it has gotten to a point whereby a sitting governor will be boasting openly on impunity. To be honest with you, Chama, 2027 will be a big shock to any joker that thinks impunity will be the order of the day during the presidential election. The ball is now in the court of Edo people to decide. I know that Edo people will definitely vote wisely and equally defend their vote. Have a blessed night, Chama, from His Royal Highness BC Ngoko in Oshodi. At the right time, when we're actually ready, this unbearable wave of insecurity shall fizzle out. Thank you for your message. Yolongo certificate from Ikoton. Thank you. I couldn't read everything, but thank you. All right, thank you, Chama. Those that was caught and sent back is because President Trump intervention. Chama, can you people remember how the country of Turkey that was once a Christian country is now Muslim as we speak? Half of late Buhari and Tinubu's cabinet. I don't know if you read this one. No. Chama, good evening. Until President Tinubu changes defense minister and defense advisor who are Fulani extracts, there shall be no positive results in fighting a terrorist. Good evening to my brother Ambata Elder Chris from Governor Road in Kotum. Tinubu is not interested on the masses voting for him. He's only interested in the governors who help him. Simple and short. I feel irritated when some of my Igbo brothers label us as second-class citizens, marginalization, slaves, and so on. My brothers, let's come out and play the game and stop lamenting. You are what you call yourself. Ibuka from Okota. All right, Mazi Tony Mbata, let's get your concluding thoughts on everything we are discussing today and some of the comments that has been made, and also some of the comment that has been made regarding yourself as well.
Yeah. Some people said I'm too sentimental when it comes to Igbo matters. Choma, this is a country where abandoned property have not been addressed. This is a country where the state creation has not been addressed. This is a country where some set of people cannot hold some political position in this country. This is a country where some places you can't have, even when we have where we can have seaport and international airport, we don't have it. This is a country where injustice has become injustice. This is a country where lies become truth. So we need to tell ourselves the simple truth. Until when we tell ourselves simple truth and forge ahead, this country cannot go anywhere.
When you say the country cannot go anywhere, what about the attitude of the citizens towards the country?
I have told you that the problem of this country is
second-class citizens.
No, for anybody calling himself a second-class citizen, that person, he didn't know what he's saying. Nobody's a second-class citizen. But the problem is that the political leaders of this country, they don't want to do the right thing because of their own parochial interests. And let us not stereotype anybody. I know that the war, Nigerian Biafran war, caused a lot of things, but we'll get it right.
We will get it right according to Mazi Tony Mbata. All right, Mazi, I really thank you for being a part of the conversation this evening. It's really a pleasure to have you here today. We really, really thank you for coming. Thank you for your perspective on these issues. And of course, we know that when next we call on you, you would definitely be here. So for the people who say that you are being sentimental and others who say there's no way you can talk about an issue that is affecting your people without being sentimental, how do you respond to that?
I've told you what I said it. When you deprive some set of people because of animosity or hatred, look at how many states do we have? And nobody's saying anything about it. How many international airports do we have? Seaport, nothing. Let us decongest Lagos. The Nigerian government refused to do seaport. When you talk about state creation, they are not doing it. We need one state.
But if you're blaming everything on the federal government, what about the state governor?
No. I think the state governor that will create a state or build international airport or seaport. Lagos is congested. If we want to develop, God bless this country. Every state have their own mineral resources. Let us decongest these things. Let us create wealth. Let us create job opportunities. Let us stop sentiment. That's the problem. I'm not being sentimental over nothing. Look at it took Babangida how many years to tell Nigerians that this is not an Igbo coup? How many years? There are many other lies that Nigerian leaders supposed to come. God was supposed to come and tell us things. Tofu is dangering at them. They're supposed to not telling us that the military colluded because it's affecting them. What happened to abandoned property? What happened? Why can't we have a seaport in South East? What about the ones on near port? Cocoa seaport. What happened to them? Let us develop this country so that everybody will be happy. That's what we're saying. I'm not being sentimental because I'm an Igbo man. I want Nigeria to work. Some people will tell you these people cannot rule this country. Look at someone that calls himself a primate. that choose himself, not God, telling you that the problem of this country is an Igbo man, and people listen to him. Who called him? Who made him a church? Instead of a child of God supposed to preach, even when you say you receive, you have to tell the people something that will edify their spirit. You are telling them Igbo people are cursed, and people are clapping for him. I know that Nigerians have told him whatever you want to hear. So I'm not being sentimental. I'm not. What we are trying to say, how this country will work. Somebody will tell you, grab it, run away with it. And INEC will tell us there is a glitch. And how can we forget in a hurry?
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this conversation this evening. The evening rush is still on. I have very important information coming up for you in a matter of seconds, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back. I have Mr. Philip right here in the studios, and he has very important information for you. Good evening to you, Mr. Philip, and welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Let's know what you have for us this evening.
Yeah, while we talk about politics, I have so much interest in money because I know that money goes a long way to make problems, so be sorted out. And for every Nigerian, especially Lagosians, to live a good life, they really need money. And that's the reason why you should be able to have sources of income. Every week we come here to talk about things that can help people to make money even while they are sleeping. It's very, very important. Now, the reason is this: you have all it takes to make it possible for yourself, every individual, to be able to have some money in their pocket as they wake up from sleep. And I can tell you it's practically possible with the smartphone in your hands. You don't need an office, you don't need a shop for you to do this. But guess what? You can have as many shops as you want, even right there on your phone, and your business is going viral, not only in Lagos but all over Nigeria. That is possible. But we focus more on the applications on your phone that can help you to do business, that can help you to make money on daily, weekly, monthly basis, that you have a cash flow. All right. And for this weekend, that's tomorrow, Saturday by 11 a.m. and Sunday by 3 p.m. at Ikeja. The event will be taking place at Ikeja. It's called Super Business Summit and Training. Now, why we put training there is that because we need to hold you by the hand, show you what to do, how to do it, for you to be able to start making the money for your own self. Now, there are a few things we are going to look at. One of them is about showing you businesses that can help you to make money on daily basis. Another one is showing the applications on your phone that can also help you to do those businesses and others. And also, we are going to also be showing you how to acquire digital skills, digital assets, digital shares from this training. And some people said, oh, shares? Yes. And the kind of shares we're talking about is the one that you get for yourself. The dividends, you see it day by day, and you decide when you want to cash out. How big you want to cash out, it depends all on you. So we are actually coming to the end of the year, and the company always decide as we come towards the end of the year to give people some gift, and that's part of our own contribution to the economy or to the society. So this Saturday, they are saying the first 50 people who will be there before 11 a.m. tomorrow. Listen again. The first 50 people who will be there before 11 tomorrow, you have a gift from the company. And the kind of gift they give you is something that helps you to make more money for yourself. They have about 3 different gifts. Another one is about people who are going to be involved in one of their business called Smart. Actually, Smart does a lot with artificial intelligence, the robot that helps you to do your business without you knowing anything, yet you are making money. So if you are going to be getting involved with that, they also have gift for you. Now the last gift they are giving is for people who are listening like this, and tomorrow they said, oh, brother, sister, friend, every one of us, let's go. So the first 10 people who are going to be inviting about 5 people with them actually coming to the event, they also have a gift. Right. So there's lots of things you are going to receive tomorrow and Sunday. So tomorrow is 11 a.m. Sunday is 3 p.m. at Ikeja. So if you are going to come, please don't text yes, don't text I'm interested, don't text reserve seat. Text me the day you want to come, whether it's tomorrow Saturday or Sunday.
What's the phone number?
The phone number you need to text to us is 080 34 43 49 33. 080 34 43 49 33. Let me give you the number again. It text us if you are coming tomorrow Saturday or you are coming next tomorrow Sunday. Text to us to this number 080 34 43 49 33. Make sure you come with your smartphone. You can text us from WhatsApp, you can text us from SMS. You need to come with your smartphone and make sure you put at least 2 gig data on it. Take the number one more time, 080 34 43 49 33. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Philip, for that timely information. All right, still stay tuned right here to Voice of People 90.3 FM. We have more information coming for you, and this is coming from Kudos Homes Limited. I got that right?
Exactly, Kudos Homes Limited.
Welcome to Voice of the People. Let's hear from you. What do you
have?
Okay,
once again, my name is Victor from Kudos Homes Limited. You've heard how to make money. It's time to invest that money in something that will stand the test of time. So with Kudos Homes Limited, what we do, we help you actualize your dream home. So if you have been out there all through the year is coming to an end now, and you've been thinking, I want to have a landed property, but you don't know how to go about it, or you don't know which area to invest, or you are skeptical, you are scared. So many scammers out there, and you have been scared about them. Now, Kudos Homes Limited is one of the property companies that you can trust, because we have made a name that so many people are happy about. So I will quickly tell you the locations where we have our property, and I will also tell you what we are doing at this point in time, because we are running our December promo. That's the Ember Month promo. That's Christmas and New Year promo. So if you're out there and you've been thinking, you've been saving money, saying what time am I going to get a property for myself? Now this is the best time, because you need to seize this opportunity, the 20% discount offer that we are giving. Now our property in Agbowa, Ikorodu. Now if you know Ikorodu very well, there's a place called Agbowa in Ikorodu. Now the name of the estate is called Kudos City. Now Kudos City, it's selling for 1.5 million naira. But with this discount that we are giving, if you take off 20%, that means you'll be paying 1.2 million naira for a plot of land in Kudos City, Agbowa, Ikorodu. So this is an opportunity for you. And also in Kudos Heritage, which is located in Omuketu Ekpe. Now the actual price, the phase 1 is 3.5. So take off 20%, you'll be getting it at a rate of 2.8 million naira per plot. That's Kudos Heritage Omuketu Ekpe. And we also have the Kudos Heritage Phase 2 in Omuketu Ekpe, which is selling for 2.5 million naira. Now you have the opportunity to save 500,000 when you take off 20% out of that 2.5 million naira. Now if you want to pay the actual price, that means the normal price, the 2.5, the 3.5, and also the 1.5 for the various estates that I've just mentioned. If you want to pay the actual price outrightly, we are going to give you 1 bag of rice and 1 live chicken. So you choose between the 20% discount and the bag of rice and the live chicken. So also in Delta State, we have in Ibuzo main town, that is the Fairview Estate Phase 2. It is located in Ibuzo main town, and it's going for just 2.5 million naira. Like I said, take off 20%, you get it for just 2 million naira for a plot of land there in Fairview Estate Phase 2 Ibuzo. And also we have the Kudos Height, which is also located in Ibuzo main town as well. It's located along the St. Thomas College Road and is selling for 1.5 million naira. Now the good thing now is take off 20%, you will get it for just 1.2 million naira for a plot of land in Ibuzo. That's Kudos Height Ibuzo along St. Thomas College Road. And we also have the Kudos Court. Kudos Court is selling for just 4.5 million naira. So what are you waiting for? What have you been thinking? Have you been thinking of owning your own property? This is an opportunity for you. And the phone number to call is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Like every Saturdays and every Thursdays we go for inspection, so you can join us tomorrow. We pick you up at any location that is closer to you. We have different pickup location, but you can join us from our office, which is at number 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop. 171 Egbeda Idimu Road, Abule Odu bus stop. You can join us there. And if you want to get more information about us, you can visit our website www.kudoshomesLimited.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and the handle is at Kudos Homes Limited. The website once again is www.kudoshomesLimited.com. And the phone number to call to get your own plot of land is 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Like I said, we are here to help you actualize your dream home. So call us today, join us for inspection so that you can see the place and you will get your plot of land handed over to you after you finish making payment for the landed property. Let me quickly call the number again: 0905 904 7514. 0905 904 7514. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being a part of us today, and thank you for that timely information. I do appreciate you for being
Thank
a
you
part
so
of
much.
us. All right, then that's all we can take on the evening rush for today. You can see we are no, we're not selecting messages to reply. Forgive me. We really cannot take all the messages. That is it. We really cannot take all the messages. It's a lot. It's a whole lot, my brother. No easy. Even if we say make we employ person, we be say now only message you go they read. Which time we want you stay calm. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for your comments on YouTube. Really appreciate you for being a part of the conversation. My name is Chioma Innocent. Today is my last day anchoring the evening rush. Esther Machku will be back on your airwaves on Monday, which will also be the 1st of December. So happy new month in advance. Merry Christmas in advance. And of course, Esther Machku will be back with you. Thank you for riding with me on the evening rush. It's been 10 days. See, make I know like easy. Easy. I appreciate Esther more right now, but yes, she'll be back on your airwaves on Monday. I thank you for tolerating me for the past 10 days of anchoring the evening rush. Today is my last day on the evening rush. Esther will be back on Monday, so I'm sure you continue from where you stop. I know some people go report me to her, no problem, but thank you for riding with me till I come your way again next time. Keep listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can find me on all social media platforms at _the radio girl, the radio girl. And yes, you can also find VOP on all social media platforms at VOP 903 FM, at VOP 903 FM, and at VOP TV Live. Enjoy the rest of the evening and bye for now.